Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in this video I'll be showing you how to make a milkmaid top with an underbust corset. The picture we have on the screen is inspiration of this tutorial, and here also we have the outcome of this tutorial. So please guys, do well to subscribe to my channel if you've not done so, and please don't forget to like this video. So let's get right into it. So the first thing we're going to do is to draft our basic front pattern. So now I'm just going to go ahead and mark all my vertical measurements. So now I'm marking my shoulder line. This does not have any measurements. I just came down by half an inch from the top of the pattern paper, and now I'm extending the line like so. So that is where our measurements will be starting from. So from that point I'm going to come down by 10 inches for the bust point, and I'm also going to mark 14 inches for the under bust, 17 inches also for the waist length, and then I marked 21 inches for the length of my top. So now I'm just going to mark all those measurements across like so, and then I'm going to extend all the line with my ruler. So I'll go ahead and label the lines. This is the bust line, the under bust line, the waistline, and then the top length line. So now the next thing we're going to do is to mark our shoulder measurement divided by 2 on the shoulder, which is 8 for me. On that point I came down by 1 inch, and then from that 1 inch I marked 8 inches for my armhole depth. So now I'm going to extend the armhole depth line like so. I'm also going to extend the chest line like so, and I'm going to label it as a chest line. So now I'm going to measure what we have at the armhole, which is 8, and I'm going to mark the midpoint, which is 4 inches, and then on that point I'm going to go in by half an inch, and then on the chest line I'm going to mark my bust measurement divided by 4. So I'm going to use my French curve to draw the armhole curve like so. So on the shoulder line I'm going to go in by 3 inches for my neck depth, and then I'm going to use my ruler to connect the shoulder slope like so. So the next thing I want to do is to come down by 3 inches also for the neck depth, and I used my French curve to connect it. That point is not really needed because this milkmaid top is like an off shoulder. So on the chest line I'm going ahead to mark my bust measurement. I just went ahead to add 1.5 inch for my sewing allowance. On the under bust I marked my under bust measurement divided by 4, and then I added 1.5 inch sewing allowance. Also on the waistline I marked the waistline measurement divided by 4 plus 1.5 inch sewing allowance. So at the top length line, which is the hip line, I marked the hip measurement divided by 4, and then I added 1.5 inch allowance. So now I'm just going to connect all the points like so to form our body shape. So I'm just going to use my free hand to blend those sharp edges. So on the under bust line at the folded part of the pattern paper, I went up by 1.5 inch, and then I went in by 4 inches like so. So on the side also I went up by 1.5 inch. So I'm just going to use my French curve to connect the curves like so. So for my chest line or the neckline, I'm going to go up by 3 inches. Remember, if you are not busty or you want to reveal your chest, you don't have to use 3 inches. You can use 2 inches or 1 inch. So but for me, I'm going to go up by 3 inches from the chest line. So I'm just going to use my ruler to draw a straight line across. So for the chest area not to be too wide, we're going to do the chest tightening. So from that armhole area, I'm going to go in by 1.5 inch. And then I'm going to use my French curve to connect it to the armhole area, like so. So this is our new armhole curve. So now I'm just going to go ahead on the hip area like so by 2 inches. And then I'm going to use my French curve to draw a curve like so. So that's all for the front pattern. I'm just going to go ahead and cut it out now. So now for the back pattern, our back pattern is going to have a zipper. So now I'm just going to mark 1 inch for our zipper allowance. I'm going to mark it all the way down like so. And then I'm going to use my ruler to draw a straight line to connect all the dots like so. So in order to make our work easier and faster, I'm going to place the front pattern on the paper like so, starting from the zipper allowance line, don't forget. So I'm going to place it on this paper like so, and then I'm just going to use my marker to trace it out. Please, you can go ahead and use your pen to hold it down so as the pattern not to be moving. If you know, you can hold it down with your hand like I'm doing. So this is what the back looks like. Remember when we're drafting the front pattern, the shoulder to the chest line is 9 inches, and from the chest line we went up by 3 inches when drafting the neckline. So 9 minus 3, we have 6 inches. So we are going to be placing our tape rule on the top from 6 inches. So I marked my waistline and then the length of my top again, starting from 6 inches from the top. So I'm going to extend the line like so. The length of my top, which is 21 inches, and then the waistline, which is 17 inches. So remember, we are starting our measurement from 6 inches. So I'm also going to mark 10 inches, which is my chest line, like so. Please pay close attention to what I'm doing in case my explanation is not doing justice. So now I'm just going to go ahead and use my ruler to extend the line like so. So that's the bust line. So now we're going to mark our dart intake measurement. So on the waistline, I marked my bust band measurement, which is my nipple to nipple divided by 2. I also marked it on my hip line and also on my bust line. So I'm just going to use my ruler to extend the line like so. So on the waistline, I'm going to go in and out by 1/2 inch like so. And then I'm going to use my ruler to connect both points to the bust point and also to the hip line point like so. So on the waistline, I'm going to replace my dart intake measurement. There we have 1 inch, so I'm just going to replace it like so. So on the hip line, I'm going to mark my hip measurement divided by 4, and then I added 1.5 inch allowance. So I'm going to go ahead and use my ruler to connect all the lines like so. So I changed my mind and I used my free hand to connect it like so. So just like we did on the front, on the hip line, we went up by 2 inches. So I'm also going to use my French curve to connect it like so. So that the front and the back side can be equal. So now I'm just going to go ahead and cut out our back pattern. So just to give the back neckline a fine shape, I'm going to come down by 1 inch from the upper part like so, and then I'm going to use my French curve to draw the neckline like so. So I'm going to go ahead and cut out that part now. So to avoid zip bulge, on the waistline, I'm going to go in from the zipper allowance area by 1/4 of an inch like so. And then I'm going to use my ruler to connect that point to the bust point like so, and also to the end of my top like so. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut out that part. So back to the front piece, I'm going to go ahead and cut out the cup area like so. So we are going to be using the slash and spread method for this cup area. So now I'm just going to divide this cup area by 1 inch. Like I'm going to mark 1 inch across like so. And then I'm going to use my ruler to extend the line, to draw a straight line across like so. So I'm going to go ahead and number them like so as not to mix them up. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut them out. So we're going to be spreading all the pieces on another pattern paper like so. So I'm going to take number 1 first and put it at the folded part like so, and then I'm going to use my pin to hold it down. So I'm going to be giving each piece 1 inch gap. So starting from where the number 1 stopped, I'm going to mark 1 inch like so, and then I'm going to place number 2 after that 1 inch, and then I'm also going to use my pin to hold it down like so. I'm also going to mark 1 inch from where number 2 stopped like so, and then I'm going to place number 3 after that 1 inch gap like so, and then I'm also going to use my pin to hold it down. So now I'm just going to repeat the process across till the end like so. So now I'm just going to use my marker to trace out the shape like so, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut it out. So that's all for the drafting of this milkmaid pattern. So in my next video, I'll be showing you the complete sewing process. So please turn on the post notification bell so you get notified whenever I post a new video. So see you in my next video.